All right, first story from Entrepreneur Magazine. Here's the headline. Arizona CEO has a unique solution to their great resignation, offering new hires $5,000 to quit. Some people are going, I'm sorry, what was the name of that company, please? $5,000. Now, this is great. It's not what you think. This is really interesting. And by the way, love this. In fact, Alex, full disclosure, I didn't look at this article until about 20 minutes before the show. Because old school morning radio shows, they probably still do this. But I literally would like to dial this company up right now and see if I could get through the receptionist to the CEO. So you're live on the nationally syndicated Ken Coleman Show. I want to interview this dude. So I really do want you to contact this CEO, Alex, and let's see if we can get an interview with him on an upcoming show. Here's the story. Everybody knows about the Great Resignation, how many people have left. I've been saying that over and over and again. Chris Ronzio is the CEO of a software company called Trainual. Think manual, but Trainual. And it helps small businesses onboard and train and scale teams. So he's offering $5,000 to new employees to end their employment after their first 2 weeks. And he says it's helping them retain competitive talent and strengthen their culture. This is a direct quote. With today's market, hiring teams have to move quickly to assess candidates and get them in the door pretty quick. So it's impossible to be right 100% of the time. He's absolutely right. So this offer to quit allows the dust to settle from a speedy process of hiring and lets the new team member throw a red flag if they feel anything but excited. All right, so they implemented this in May of 2020. Initially, by the way, it was $2,500 to quit, and they found that some people would stay on long enough and just find a different job because the $2,500 wasn't enough. So they bumped it to $5,000. Since they've implemented this policy, the company has hired 38 employees, and this is cool. Not one single person has taken him up on the offer. That's why I want to interview the guy. There's a lot more to that story. It's fantastic. According to Ronzio, this is the CEO, turning down the offer of $5,000 to quit after your first 2 weeks. Signals commitment from that employee, he's absolutely right, and sets the stage for a greater working relationship. Additionally, he notes that the potential financial loss holds the hiring team accountable. You better believe it does. Can you imagine one division loses like 10 people? That's $50,000. Uh-oh. That comes with a meeting and a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, if you know what I'm talking about.